As protesters and police clashed for a second night. Several protesters were arrested and a number of officers were hurt. Demonstrators may get some new answers today. Police say body camera video from the attempted traffic stop that turned fatal could be released as early as this morning. This comes after home security footage released yesterday showed the moments leading up to the crash.
Now, last night's protests began largely peacefully with a vigil where the fatal accident happened. What was up?
I know that the devil works in mysterious ways, and I know that God works in more mysterious ways. But someone stole my soul. Lonely and crying, even when somebody's at home. Tears at the bottom of my soul.
Justice for Karon! Justice for Karon!
On my shoulder, I feel a kiss.
Justice
And
for
I
Karon!
realize that love ain't this.
Justice for Karon!
The deepest, darkest hole. I have no control. The nightmare exists and persists. Someone stole my soul. The deepest, darkest hole. I have no control. The nightmare exists, persists. Someone stole my soul.
Justice for Karon! Justice for Karon!
Someone stole my soul.
Justice for Karon! Justice for Karon! Justice for Karon! Justice for
The innocence in me is trying to keep its sanity. Void of sincerity. Someone stole my soul.
Justice for Karon!
The innocence in me leads to my insecurity. And void of sincerity. Someone stole my soul.
Justice for Karon! Justice for Karon!
Someone stole my soul.
No more brutality on our people. No more. No more brutality on our people. I have watched these police harass these young men. I have watched them brutalize these young men. I have watched them harm these young men. We will not let those who serve and protect us steal our humanity or steal our dignity. We will not let anyone come into this community and run our existence. We are peaceful people. We are loving people. We are even responsible. Even when the system is irresponsible to us. Folks, I chose to serve you, and I know how they disrespected me, and I had their credentials. It didn't mean shit. Mama, my heart breaks for you, and I'll go to jail with you if it means justice for us.
That's right.
My man, I love you, and all y'all young brothers over here.
Yes, sir.
Whatever they accuse you of engaging in, it is your life. And you determine for you who you'll be and what you'll be. Talk to him, Mom.
I'm pleading with you, Officer Sutton. Please come out. Officer Sutton, please explain. Mama Bones will ask you. You have a daughter. I'm going to say it a million times. Put your daughter on a scooter and have these motherfuckers take her down.
Come on.
I'm going to keep asking you, Bowser. Bring your nasty ass out here, Bowser. I'm going to need to talk with you. Officer Sutton, I need justice for my son. I need you out here, Officer Sutton. I need justice for Karon. Justice for Karon. Justice for Karon.
Justice for Karon.
Justice for Karon.
Justice for Karon.
Justice for Karon.
Justice for Karon.
Justice for Karon.
Justice for Karon.
Bowser, bring your daughter. Bowser, you feel me? You got a child. Put that bitch on a scooter and have that run her down. Have the motherfucker chase her down like a dog. Like a deer, hunt that little bitch, because I have a child. You would never feel me, Bowser. You would never feel me. You bought a child. I birthed that child.
All right.
You would never feel me. We can't feel each other. As I say, you can't relate. I need to talk with you. I need to talk to anybody, Mayor Bowser. I'm going to need to talk with you. Sutton, please come out. We need justice.
Tell them what you love about Karon. It ain't about her.
It ain't
That's
even
right.
about her. That's my
That's
baby.
right. Tell me about it.
The Redd baby. The Redd baby is your baby. I didn't rent a child. I birthed a child, bitch.
Tell me about him.
Come out and talk to
Tell
me.
me about your
I
son.
didn't buy a child, bitch. So you can't feel me. That's my child. That's my child. Please come and talk to me.
Come on, Mom.
Somebody say something.
Come on, Mom.
Because I'm going to have to have it.
Talk to him,
As I
Mom.
said, justice for my fucking son. Bitch, justice for Karon.
Come on, Mama.
Justice for Karon. Justice for Karon.
Justice for Karon.
Justice for Karon. Justice for Karon. If we don't get no justice,
March on, soldiers.
we don't
March
get
on.
no peace.
There will be no peace.
If we don't get no justice,
There will be no peace. There will be no peace. Hang on, hang on. Go in that way there. Hang on a second, no back up here. Go ahead and back up. What's up, folks? Okay, let it through, please.
Kennedy and 7th Streets in Northwest D.C. That is where Hylton Brown was seen riding a scooter without a helmet last Friday. When officers tried to pull him over, he was hit by a car and died days later at the hospital. Last night, a small number of demonstrators threw rocks and bricks at nearby police. Officers responded with percussion grenades and flashbangs as they tried to move the protesters away from the police station. Protesters say they are frustrated with policing in the district and across the country. Hylton Brown's father says the police need to be policing each other.
They should police their own. I'm a military man. When the dude in my platoon messed up, you know what we did? We didn't take it up to the higher commander. We dealt with it on our level.
Now, as we said, D.C. police could release body-worn camera footage of the crash later today. It's important to note D.C. police are not allowed to chase people for traffic infractions. D.C. police issued a statement saying...
All right, and you are an advisory neighborhood commissioner for which area?
That is correct. I'm advisory neighborhood commissioner for 4B05, ANC 4B05.
And this covers some of the area in which we saw that tragic incident happen. You had said that there has been a tough relationship between the police and especially some of the young guys over there. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, I characterize the relationship between the young men in our community, young black men in particular in our community, and the police as tense and sometimes adversarial and problematic. It is unfortunate that the legacy of America and its relationship between police and black Americans has been one that's often perpetuated in communities.
Officers in one cruiser pursuing Hylton for nearly 2 minutes before he was struck by another car. D.C.'s police chief, though, says the video doesn't definitively answer the question as to whether the officers were attempting a legal traffic stop or whether it was an illegal chase.
End of the day, we are the police. We have a set of laws and rules that we need to follow, and that's unambiguous. We need to do that every single day in every interaction. And so how we improve upon those relationships is that we behave in that fashion. We police in an unbiased way. We police in a lawful way. And we see, if we see a member of the police department who doesn't do that, they can no longer be a member of this department.
All 4 officers involved are on administrative leave. New tonight, we're learning more about the relationship between Hylton and the officer who was driving the car that followed him during the last moments of his life. Here's Fox 5's Evan Lambert.
An ANC commissioner in the Brightwood Park neighborhood says he has been speaking with Karon Hylton's friends, and they described an adversarial relationship between police officers and the young men in that neighborhood. You can still see that on display with the tensions and these ongoing protests. It gives us some insight into Hylton's final moments. It's clear from the immediate moments after 20-year-old Karon Hylton crashed into another car that he knew at least one officer who was following him.
Karon!
A person who appears to be Officer Terrence Sutton calls his name. Perry Redd, an ANC commissioner from the area, says Karon and his friends had run-ins with the officer before.
Karon was often harassed by these officers, and one in particular that many of these young men seem to know by name.
Redd was among the protesters Tuesday and Wednesday night and has been in touch with Hylton's family. Hylton also leaves behind a 3-month-old daughter. We also asked Redd about the moments the demonstrations turned violent. The police union saying 14 officers were injured Wednesday, mainly from fireworks, bricks, or laser pointers. Chairman Greg Pemberton says, quote, MPD has been forced to handle these violent disturbances in a passive and frankly unsafe manner. Yet protesters say the police injured many members of the crowd with indiscriminate pepper spray. Redd tells us he doesn't support violence, but won't blame anyone for it either.
We keep seeing this, and they want to blame these young people. It ain't a police officer that's dead. It's a young black male who's dead. He could be my child. I have a grandchild his age. I don't condemn them. I don't want to see violence. None of us do.
The U.S. Attorney's Office will investigate the officers and their actions when it comes to following Hylton for nearly 2 minutes. Also, there will be an internal investigation that would determine if those officers violated policy. Councilmember Charles Allen responded to the union's statement late tonight saying, quote, a reminder that Karon Hylton died following a police encounter with 4 officers that almost certainly violated department policy, ostensibly because he wasn't wearing a helmet. Back to you.